So there's like three themes that I just
Yeah,
heard from what you just said
sure.
that kind of trigger that point of you going to where you are today.
Yeah,
One is that big event that causes you to, okay, I gotta change myself up here.
sure.
One is the death of your mother. Sorry to hear that. Number two is that you got to stay accountable to your friends
Yeah,
in that STEM class. And then number three, you start applying the things that you learn on a daily basis, whether you're taking a train or driving a car, you're just looking at things and
yeah,
you're like, oh, okay, I understand a little bit. You start implementing and you start putting things together, you start learning and connecting things around you, and that kind of push you even further into now I want to pursue this.
yeah. And to be frank, by the time I got my degree, I was enjoying the class. I like the topics. I was doing it not just to pass anymore. I was doing it for the energy of it. And even then, I man, this is saying stuff on camera. I've not even said it myself, but like I took a lot of classes really because my dad being a structural engineer,
Mm,
I leaned into structural classes. I was like, "I'll make my dad proud. I'm going to show him I can do this."
collaborative effort with your dad.
Yeah, I'm going to show him I can do this. You know what I mean? I'll go from being the dropout to the kid who took the advanced elective and whatever, structural dynamics or whatever. So I graduate with a course list and resume that kind of looks like a certain way, get a job appropriate to it. And 2.5 years into that, my first job, which I had an excellent employer, and someone who was fired up about what they do.
Hmm.
Every day coming to work, I was like, man, I'm not fired up about this thing the way that person is. And that person is not young or senior engineer, all that. And I was like, I want to be a person like that, but I'm not seeing it here. And I was like, I had this wild notion where I was like, hold on, I have a degree. I could technically do anything with it. What would I do with it? If I was just thinking. Um, because I hate to do stuff for my own sake because then I have to be accountable for it. It's
Why?
easier. I think it's the answer is because that's my tick. But when you do stuff like because oh you do this because you get a good income and you do this because you get good stability and this job sector is growing and aren't you smart for finding that? Those are all things you explain to yourself and you tell your friends and your family, oh, I'm doing this because I'm gonna be a successful young person.